بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Al-Khidmat Foundation is a non-governmental, charitable, relief and development-oriented largest humanitarian network in Pakistan, working for providing relief in disasters, aid to displaced people, shelter to homeless, food to hungry, and assistance to the impoverished. The foundation extends non-denominational, physical, and financial assistance to the victims of disasters, war, diseases, poverty, and hunger, regardless of caste, color, and creed. The floods of July 2010 caused utter devastation and massive loss of life and infrastructural damages in Pakistan. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, more than 4.5 million people were affected, while more than 1,800 killed. About 1.5 million people became homeless due to collapse of 200,000 houses in 600 villages and towns of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The flood waters badly damaged 762 roads and 141 bridges, about 1,000 educational institutes and 169 health facilities. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa remained plunged into the deadly floods for about 1 month. Thousands of desperate people were straining to survive. A million more were teetering on the precipice of food and health crisis, susceptible to waterborne diseases. There was an appalling chaotic situation all over the region, and without timely help, hundreds more would have died. More than 10,000 dedicated volunteers of Al-Khidmat Foundation rescued about 50,000 stranded people in different areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. "37 relief camps were set up in different places to facilitate the people and relief efforts. About 8,000 homeless people were accommodated in residential camps where they were provided food, water, medicine, and other necessities of life. About 2,400 tents were distributed among flood-stricken people. The floods washed away a large number of water sources, including water channels and reservoirs. Lack of drinking water had reached dangerous levels. Al-Khidmat Foundation addressed the issue and provided clean drinking water to more than 700,000 people in different areas. Acute food shortage was one of the major problems faced by the masses during and after the floods. Al-Khidmat volunteers worked day and night to supply cooked food and other edibles to stranded people in early days, and later on, food packages were provided to 14,000 families. The deadly floods swept away all the assets of the people and left them only with the clothes they wore. Al-Khidmat Foundation provided clothes, shoes, and other necessary items to about 71,000 people, including men, women, and children. After the floods retreated, feet of water remained stranding in streets, roads, and houses for weeks. This water and the mud posed constant health hazards to the inhabitants. Al-Khidmat launched a campaign to dewater the houses and clean the streets and roads with heavy tractor blades. Transportation had become a problem during the floods. Al-Khidmat provided 600 vehicles for transportation of more than 150,000 people and their belongings. To build up a regular contact with their loving ones, thousands of flood-affected people were provided free phone service to call. Al-Khidmat also set up more than 500 medical camps to provide medical facilities to the people, where 250,000 patients were treated and provided free medicine. The relief phase was over. Al-Khidmat Foundation started reconstruction and rehabilitation projects. These projects were launched in Peshawar, Charsada, Nashera, Sawat, Shangla, Dir Upper, Dir Lower, Malakand Agency, Kostan, Tank, and Dera Ismail Khan. Providing safe drinking water on a regular basis was on priority. For this purpose, more than 150 filtration plants were installed. To regulate the supply of water, 1,400 water sources were repaired and hand pumps were made workable. 12 water channels were rehabilitated and water wells were cleaned from filthy water. The deadly floods collapsed houses on massive scale, and most of the people were not able to rebuild their houses. Al-Khidmat Foundation started construction of houses for the deserving flood affectees. In the first phase, the work was initiated to build up more than 1,000 houses. For this purpose, lock factories have been established in different places. Al-Khidmat volunteers are diligently working to bring normalcy back into the lives of their fellowmen. Floodwaters severely affected irrigation system of the province. The people of agrarian areas were much concerned about their future. Al-Khidmat volunteers worked devotedly and played a vital role in the rehabilitation of the irrigation system, also to restore the transportation network. Al-Khidmat volunteers repaired 40-kilometer long piece of road and rehabilitated many bridges across the region. Damaged mosques were also rehabilitated and renovated in many areas. To overcome the outbreak of waterborne diseases, medical centers were set up on permanent basis, where hundreds of patients are provided free treatment and medicines.
Al-Khidmat वाले आए हमारे साथ बहुत अच्छा किया, दवाइयाँ फ्री दी.
Vaccination was also done in different areas for prevention of certain epidemic diseases.
We are organizing medical camps in those far-flung areas where doctors cannot go usually. We are reaching out to the people in those difficult areas, in the mountain areas, and helping them and providing them the medical services.
School-going children were one of the severe victims. They were deprived of their school supplies. The Al Khidmat Foundation provided school bags, stationery, and uniforms to more than 15,000 students. On the occasion of Eid al-Azha, the Al Khidmat sacrificed more than 10,000 sacrificial animals at 500 million rupees and distributed meat among hundreds of thousands of flood affectees and other deserving people. Al Khidmat Foundation is proud to have the services of dedicated volunteers, philanthropists, and aid organizations. And with their active support, the foundation has benefited about 150,000 flood affectees through relief and rehabilitation activities with the amount of 3 billion rupees. Even this time, thousands of flood victims are forced to live in miserable condition under the open sky. Al Khidmat Foundation seeks your cooperation to return normalcy into their lives.